Voiceover. Today, we're putting two very different 2025-2026 headliners under one lens. Toyota's track-bred halo, the 2025 Toyota GT Super, and a 2026 Rolls-Royce flagship crafted for serene, ultra-luxury travel. Same road. Two opposite philosophies. Let's dive into design, features, tech, and yes, color options, so you know which one speaks your language. Voiceover. The 2025 Toyota GT Super is all about intent. Low, planted, and purposeful. Up front, a razor-sharp nose dives toward an oversized central intake, flanked by layered aero channels that breathe the car at speed. The lighting is thin and technical, blade-style DRLs over quad projectors, while the hood carries twin heat extraction vents that hint at serious under-bonnet temperatures. Voiceover. In profile, it's classic long hood, short deck proportions, rear drive stance with a pumped fender line that catches the sun like a blade. The roof is a lightweight panel, think carbon fiber or a composite, to drop the center of gravity. Flush door handles, frameless glass, and an arch that tucks 20-inch forged wheels with sticky, staggered rubber. Out back, a full-width light bar sits under a deployable wing, with a deep diffuser framing center exit exhausts. Every crease has a job. Every surface, a reason. Voiceover. Color options. Toyota leans into motorsport energy. Racing red, pearl white, and stealth gray for purists, Neptune blue and solar yellow for pop, matte graphite for the stealth crowd, and a limited, launch orange, with satin black roof for early adopters. Wheel finishes run bright machined, shadow chrome, and track matte. Brake calipers. Red, yellow, or stealth black, because details matter. Voiceover. Inside, the GT Super is driver first. You drop into deeply bolstered buckets, Alcantara centers, leather bolsters, contrast stitching that mirrors your exterior choice. The wheel is compact, thick-rimmed, with honest, clicky metal paddles. Analog-style information sits front and center in a digital cluster that prioritizes revs and temps over fluff. In the middle, a clean, lag-free touchscreen, tilted toward the driver, handles nav, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, and a track telemetry suite, lap timing, G-load overlays, tire temp mapping, and an optional video logger. Switchgear is tactile. Knurled metal, short throws, positive detents. No guesswork. Voiceover. Underneath, think a stiff, lightweight structure with multi-link rear suspension and adaptive dampers, comfort for commuting, locked down for canyon runs. Modes adjust throttle mapping, steering weight, damping, exhaust, and the wing. Brakes are big. Two-piece rotors, multi-piston calipers, plus an optional carbon ceramic pack for high-temp abuse. Expect a quick spooling, high-output powertrain. Forced induction with an electrified edge is the modern recipe, delivering a fat torque curve, crisp throttle, and relentless mid-range punch. Rear drive is the purest spec. A performance all-wheel drive variant is a plausible tick box for all-weather grip. Voiceover. Tech and safety land the GT Super firmly in 2025. You get the full ADAS suite. Adaptive cruise with lane centering, blind spot with rear cross traffic sign recognition, and a performance twist. Forward track radar that doubles as predictive braking support on hot laps. Cameras everywhere. 360 degrees for tight garages, plus a nose lift memory that geotags speed bumps you frequent. Voiceover. And then there's the other end of the spectrum. A 2026 Rolls Royce flagship. Where the Toyota chases the apex, Rolls chases the horizon. The silhouette is a rolling sculpture. Long wheelbase, sweeping bonnet, and a rear cabin that seems to float above the road. The grille, upright, polished, unmistakable, is now framed by ultra-thin, jeweled headlamps. The Spirit of Ecstasy rides the bow, subtly reclined for aero cleanliness. Voiceover. Doors open in a gracious, coach-style flourish, rear hinged for ease and theater. The shutlines are millimeter perfect. Wheel designs are elegant, proportionally massive, think 21 to 23 inches, with self-righting center caps that keep the monogram upright as you roll. The paint. A mirror. You don't see color so much as depth. Panel gaps practically disappear under layers of hand-polished lacquer. Voiceover. Color options with Rolls Royce are not options so much as a universe. Expect an almost limitless palette. Deep midnight blues, obsidian blacks, pearlescent whites, rich greens, and two-tone combinations separated by a hand-applied coachline as thin as a whisper. Metallics reveal fine flake in sunlight, pearlescents glow at dusk. Commission programs let you match a favorite heirloom, a piece of art, even the sky at a certain hour, because the ultimate luxury is specificity. Voiceover. Inside, time slows down. The cabin is a sanctuary of silence and tactility. Open pour and piano finish woods, book matched so the grain flows from left to right like a river. Leather is full grain, gently tumbled, dyed to your exact brief. Metal controls are cold to the touch, each knurl is precise. The starlight headliner paints a galaxy above, constellations. Your choice. Rear seats recline deeply, calf rests extend. A hidden champagne cooler reveals crystal flutes, picnic tables fold at the press of a button. Voiceover. Technology in the Rolls never shouts. It disappears into the craft. A wide infotainment display settles into the dash like a framed piece of glass, with a secondary rear cabin interface for climate, massage, and entertainment. Audio is cathedral grade. Dozens of speakers integrated into the headliner and seat structures, using the body cavity as a resonance chamber. Active noise management counters the world outside. Double glazed glass and dense acoustic insulation do the rest. Voiceover. The ride is the legend. A predictive air suspension scans the road ahead, preloads dampers for imperfections, and smothers the rest with long travel grace. Steering is light but exact. Rear axle steering trims the turning circle. Power delivery is effortless. A whisper quiet surge that never begs attention. Whether it's a refined V12 or a near silent electrified setup, the result is the same. Motion without drama. Voiceover. Let's talk purpose. The Toyota GT Super is engineered for sensation. You feel its heartbeat through the seat base, the road texture through the wheel, and the aero working as speed rises. It wants your inputs. Early brake, clean turn in, throttle as the apex approaches, and it rewards rhythm with lap after lap consistency. The Rolls Royce is engineered for absence. Absence of harshness, of stress, of time pressure. You arrive more rested than when you left. The Toyota compresses distance. The Rolls erases it. Voiceover. Design cues. Toyota. Sharp, layered, functional, splitters, vents, wings. Colors. Punchy, high chroma, matte friendly. Rolls Royce. Monolithic, reductive elegance, long planes, minimal creasing. Colors. Deep, bespoke, light reactive, with two-tone artistry and hand-drawn coach lines. Both obsess over finish, but for different reasons. Toyota to cheat the wind and cool the brakes. Rolls to reflect the world like moving glass. Voiceover. Inside, Toyota's focus is ergonomics and feedback. Low cowl, high sills, clear sightlines to apexes, physical toggles for critical functions. Rolls is about ritual and serenity. A door that closes itself at the brush of a button, a headliner that becomes your night sky, and an armrest that's the perfect height because someone measured your posture when you commissioned it. Voiceover. Ownership. Experiences diverge. 2. The GT Super leans into community. Track days, performance updates, limited run aero kits, and color-keyed brake packages. The Rolls is all about commissioning and curation, paint consultations, material sampling, and long-term concierge care where your calendar, not the service bay, decides timelines. Both, in their ways, are deeply personal. Voiceover. So which one is for you? If you think in apexes and sectors, if a well-timed downshift is your love language, the 2025 Toyota GT Super is the sharp tool you've been waiting for. Balanced, beautiful, and built to be driven. If you measure life in quiet moments and unhurried miles, if you want your car to be a private lounge that happens to move, the 2026 Rolls Royce is your traveling sanctuary, effortless, eloquent, and entirely yours. Voiceover. 2 masterclasses. 2 philosophies. Speed as art. Luxury as silence. Tell us in the comments. Are you Team Apex or Team Tranquility? And if you enjoyed this deep dive into design and color, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. We've got more head-to-head stories coming your way.